Everyone's talking about Florida's downturn, but what about the growth? Which counties are actually leading the way? In this video, I'm breaking down the top 5 fastest growing counties in Florida heading into 2030 based on real data, which I'm looking at home value appreciation, population and migration trends, and future development momentum. So whether you're thinking about moving here or investing here or just keeping an eye on Florida's boom, this list will give you a clear picture of where things are headed next. Welcome back. I am Ryan Zakos. I was born and raised right here in Sarasota, Florida, on Florida's Gulf Coast, and I'm broker and owner of Zakos Relocating Design Group. I want to start off this video by saying thank you to everyone that reaches out to me. I truly appreciate all of you who trust me and my team to help you in your relocation journey. I could not do this without you, and I just wanted to start this video off by saying that. So every week, I talk to buyers that are relocating here from across the country. Oftentimes, I hear the question of where are people actually moving the most and which areas have the best long-term outlook. So I went through all the data over this last week, and then I built what I call the Florida's Growth Index to rank the top 5 counties that are shaping Florida's future. This growth index I weighted based off of home value growth, so 40% of that index, 40% population and net migration, and then 20% of my ranking or rating on the development momentum for these different areas. So I went through every single county in the state of Florida, and this is how I ended up. Number 5, Volusia County, which is Daytona, Deltona, and New Smyrna. The growth facts: and the population since 2020 has grown 9%, and it's projected to exceed 630,000 by 2030. It's number 2 in Florida for net migration in 2023 alone, with almost 17,000 people moving into the area. The median home price for the county is about $360,000, and it's roughly up 165% since 2013. There's strong inbound migration from Northeast retirees and remote workers. But why is it growing? It's growing because it's affordability and its coastal lifestyle. It's one of Florida's last affordable beach markets. The location advantage there, it's an hour to Orlando, and that major I-4 corridor projects are moving to improve its access to, obviously, the main metro. Now, an outlook for the area: it's steady long-term growth and is driven by retirees, affordability, and new development along that I-95 corridor. So expect consistent appreciation over the next years as inland buyers are pushing east toward the coast, especially from the metro like Orlando. Number 4, Lee County. Fort Myers and Cape Coral makes up Lee County. The growth facts for the area: 25% increase since 2005 time in population, and now about 830,000 people make up, and it's expected to be 900,000. Number 3 in net migration over the last couple years in the state of Florida, and median home price about $430,000, up about 180% since 2013. It's one of the fastest growing metros in the state of Florida. So why is Lee County growing? It's massive rebuild plus new construction boom after Hurricane Ian. It has that affordable waterfront living with a strong retiree in migration. So an outlook for Lee County is that Lee's rebuild is fueling new infrastructure and housing inventory, and the long-term fundamentals remain strong thanks to continued migration and affordability compared to places like Naples and Sarasota, which they're getting some of that overflow from some of those big and more expensive areas. Number 3, Sarasota County, I would argue could be number 1 very easily, but is number 3 based off of this data that I pulled. Sarasota County, which includes Sarasota, Venice, Welland Park. The growth facts: population is about 480,000 people, projected to be well over 500,000 by 2030. The home values are up a whopping 180% since 2013. It's one of Florida's top 10 counties for appreciation. The median home price in Sarasota County is right around 500,000, and it's still 70% higher than the pre-pandemic. So net migration up about 12,000 new residents every year. 97% of that growth is driven by in-migration compared to a lot of areas in the state of Florida. Why is it growing? It's lifestyle, it's culture, beaches, arts, and that vibrant downtown attract affluent people that are relocating to and are seeking for that lifestyle. Infrastructure momentum with SRQ Airport, Sarasota's airport expansion, the I-75 improvements, and new communities like Welland Park, Waterside, Lakewood Ranch, and East Sarasota are just booming. So the outlook for Sarasota is that it's transitioning from that boom to balance with sustainable luxury growth, that wealth in migration, and continued equity stability. Its high value buyers keep it out of Florida's most desirable counties. Number 2, St. Johns County, which includes St. Augustine, Jacksonville, and the suburbs. The growth facts, it's the fastest growing county in the state of Florida with a 30% population increase since 2015. The median home price here is about $520,000. It's up 150% since 2013. Household income is actually the highest in the state at $140,000 a year in that median income. So master plan communities like Manatee consistently rank among the top 10 in the US. So why is it growing? It's growing because it's A-rated school systems, it's family-friendly communities, which is a major draw for relocating families. Everyone's seeking that resort-type social community. It's obviously big for remote work, high-income migration, and professionals that are leaving those metros for that lifestyle and that resort-like communities. So the outlook for here, expect that steady, high quality growth. St. John blends that wealth, family migration, and strong infrastructure. It's a long-term safe haven growth market here in North Florida. Now, number one, Manatee County. It's actually where I reside. Manatee County, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, and Parish. Growth facts, it's sitting about 450,000 people, projected to be well over 500,000 by 2030. The home values are up a crazy amount at 190% since 2013, and the median price is just under 500,000, but it's still rising. Number 6 in net migration in 2023 with about 12,000 new residents coming in. It's home to Lakewood Ranch, which is the number one best-selling master plan community in the whole entire U.S. year over year. I think we're sitting at 6 years in a row now. Why is it growing? It's perfect balance between Sarasota lifestyle, offering accessibility to that. It's more affordability, and it has tons of room to expand, especially in Lakewood Ranch and then going into Parish. It's a massive development pipeline in Parish corridor, strong growth market, and it has incredible new schools. So the outlook for Manatee County is that it's the Gulf Coast growth engine. You're combining affordability, migration, new infrastructure. It is essentially the epicenter of Florida's next decade of population and real estate expansion here in Florida as a whole, and especially on the Gulf Coast. So there you have it, Florida's top 5 fastest growing counties heading into 2030. Each one has a different story, from Volusia's affordable beaches to Lee's rebuild momentum to St. John's family migration and Manatee's all-around expansion. If you're thinking about relocating to Florida, especially here on the Gulf Coast, I've put together a bunch of free relocation guides with everything from area overviews to tax and domicile information that you will find extremely helpful in this relocation journey. So check out the links below in the description. And if you found this video helpful, then please like, subscribe, and I would love to hear from you. So feel free to call, text, email. I would love to be a resource for you in this relocation journey. Again, I appreciate you all for watching and for trusting me in your relocation journey. Thanks, and I look forward to talking to you soon.